here on 7, I keep waiting for a let-up tee shot. We've played 6 holes where each of them has their own unique demands off the tee, and we get here to 7, and it's even more difficult. It's one of the few holes at Pine Tree that has hazards on both sides of the fairway, so this is a critical hole in your round. Sometimes it can make or break your score on the entire front 9, and certainly a hole that demands some more strategy off the tee to make sure we can navigate this hole and keep our round going.
Absolutely, and like we've talked about on a few other holes, you've got to aim away from the primary hazard first. And believe it or not, in this case, it's actually left, because left, you're re-teeing your ball. If you slice one into the water, you actually get to drop way up the hole. It's kind of interesting. A lot of people are afraid of the water and then they hit one out of bounds left and they're completely in their pocket. So the primary hazard is always the stroke and distance hazard, which in this case is left, the out of bounds. Just like on holes 3, 4, 5, you got that out of bounds left. So are you able to aim your driver halfway between those and be fairly certain your ball's going to end up on land? I don't think that's the case for everybody on this hole, and I'll even see occasionally, depending on the wind, players will hit less than driver here. Even expert level players will just try to get something on land and then get their ball next to, or if they're lucky, on the green in 2 shots, or even for most of our members, maybe getting on the green in 3 might be a better goal. Hitting your drive here, a good drive, is still going to leave you over 200 yards into this green. I think if you're more comfortable getting any club on land, most of our membership can get there in 3 shots without as much stress. So I think that can be a really underrated, undervalued strategy on this hole. Just avoid penalty strokes at all costs, I think is rule number 1.
Yeah, certainly I've seen being out refereeing the club championships, so our best players on display from the black tees, and in a tournament setting, most of them are hitting some type of a club that they can get on land, and it's not a driver straight out of at the 2 fairway bunkers. Now, maybe in a casual round on a Saturday afternoon, they're going to rip driver and try to cut off, the risk reward. But when it comes to tournament time, when you got to make it count, it's about getting the ball in play.
Absolutely.
We're here at hole 7, and we are in the middle of the fairway. As you can see on this hole, it kind of changes the angle once we get into the fairway. So a good indication of the wind, which right now is kind of into cross, sometimes it's hard to get an indication, is to look at the American flag out by the clubhouse, which right now is right to left, which I can also feel is a little bit into. So I would take a little bit more club, aim for probably the center of the green, and go from there. I didn't aim right enough. Let the wind take it. Just got to know to trust it to hit it more towards the center of the green instead of trying to attack that pin.